This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right, there he goes. All right, Cam. So what the hell is going on, bro? Wait, he's not there?
There we go.
He's back?
There
Okay. All right, Cam, what the hell is going on? How much are you asking the Dolphins for? Because they're restructuring a lot of goddamn money for you, bro.
Hey man, I would love a piece of those restructured contracts.
You're busting our cap here, bro. I want the team to win, and they're trying to sign you.
Hey,
The hell is going on here?
Hey, I got a big price, you know.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I just read it from Jason. Jason at Over the Cap, and it's damn, dude, $49 million they've opened up between all those guys. That's a lot of money. So, are you getting the feeling that, yeah, of course they'll sign their guys, Wilkins and Sealer and that kind of stuff, but you get the feeling they're going to make a little splash in free agency, right? Not the kind of splash last year, but I think 1 to 2 names. Not talking about just decent role player. I'm talking about like a Bobby Wagner, like a Poyer. A couple of 1 to 2 of those guys. What do you think?
Yeah, so fans obviously fall in love with the names, right? To me, I think the big thing is I think they are going to be players as far as the player market, like not necessarily rotational players, key starters. Now, the question you asked is what position, right? And so I think they'll spend a lot of their allocation on the defensive side of the ball. You're going to get a backup quarterback, you're going to get a running back, but maybe not spend big money there. Defensive side of the ball is the position that you need to turn over. They ran it back last year. That's not going to be the case this year. And so you look at inside linebacker, look at cornerback. They released Byron Jones and need another guy in that position, and then maybe safety. Those are the 3 spots I would watch, and I think you'll probably get at least one of those guys that make you go, okay, let's go at those spots. And so I don't have any names yet to tie to these guys and say, hey, Bobby Wagner.
Well, I'm not asking you for names. I'm just asking, do you think
yes,
there'll be a player 1 or 2 of those kind of cats?
I think you'll see more volume than huge splash, but I do think you'll see at least one or two of those names that make your eyes open on the ticker.
Byron Jones, did he just retire on us on Instagram?
I didn't see anything. Did he post something in the last 30 minutes?
Pull up my tweet. Just go to my Twitter page and pull it up. I just oh no, actually I did not. I'm sorry. I actually sent the picture to his agent. I was asking his agent. I'm sorry because I know his agent. So my bad. Sean, do you want me to email it to you? I can email it to you. All right, I'm going to email it to you. So he tweeted out or Instagrammed out a picture of him being hugged by a teammate, and he put the end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you can interpret that two ways, right?
Check your phone. Go to Instagram.
I saw that one. I saw that tweet or the IG post.
Yeah. So
the thing there, you can interpret it 2 ways, right? You can interpret it
the end with the Dolphins or the
end
with
the Dolphins or the end with his career, right? Because he's obviously got a Dolphins player there. That's the last team he's playing. We know he's going to be released. Is he saying his official goodbye to the team, or is he saying goodbye to his career? That's what's not clear to me. At this point, I know there were some reports once it came out that Jones was going to be that Jones put those tweets out that he wasn't retiring, but I haven't heard anything definitive. If you can't walk or run, that makes you seem like you can't play. But the question is he going to continue to try, or is this it? I mean, he's got enough money if he wanted to call this a career, but I don't know if I heard anything official that this is the end.
Okay. You know how Dolphin fans are, so I gotta freaking ask you this. I apologize ahead of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Braxton Berrios. You know they want to sign everybody that becomes available. Yeah. But I'll give the Dolphin fans a little love on this one. They do need a returner. Since the great Jakeem Grant, as you know, I lead the Jakeem Grant fan club, as you know that.
Yes.
I miss Jakeem Grant. I wish I wish Flo would not have traded him. But anyway, they do need a returner. I don't think he's that much of a receiver at this level. But then again, he's your last receiver if you have him on the team. But he's a pretty good returner. Is that something? And again, that's kind of a role player, not a big-time splash player. So your thoughts on Braxton Berrios to Miami?
Yeah, so ideally in the team building process, I'd say you'd rather have a returner who can do a little bit more for you rather than just be a true returner. That's why you see a lot of teams who have a returner who's your third or fourth receiver, or that's your third or fourth cornerback or safety of something of that sort. Because if you're paying a guy like Braxton, you're probably allocating a few $1,000,000. And so you want to have dual purpose. But at the same time, we saw at times last year just kind of how that return experience went, and it did not go great for the Dolphins. And they clearly did not want to use Tyreek or Jalen in those roles because of their usage on offense and how valuable they are. And so you've got to ask yourself, there has to be a somebody that's that returner. And so I don't know what the price value is for him. If it's a minimum or close to a minimum, maybe a little bit more, then maybe it makes sense. But if it's something where it costs $3, $4, $5 million, I don't know how far they go in that bucket. I do know they were interested in him last offseason, and they tried to go get him. The number got too high and they moved on. And so I'd imagine it's probably the same thing. They have an evaluation for him, how much they want to allocate for him. If he gets more than it, we'll keep moving. If we can get him for that number, then bring him home.
Where does Aaron Rodgers end up, Doggy?
Jets. I think he becomes a Jet. It's funny. I actually spent time in GMFB earlier this week. These weeks blow by, and Aaron Jones was on set with us, and you could almost feel him like cringing every time we talked about Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, because he wants his buddy Rodgers to stay. But it seems like, you go down this road when you let a player talk to teams and he has a team flying out to him, their owner, their head coach, their OC. They're making the all-in pitch. They're all in on trying to get Aaron Rodgers. And at this point, it's really up to Rodgers. He's the only person who can make this not work. It seems like the teams have an understanding of what it would cost. The Jets want him. And so it's just all it's going to take is Aaron Rodgers saying, yes, I want to go to the Jets, and I think it'll be done. And so we got to wait on Rodgers, like we've been doing much of the offseason. But I think that'll be the last decision. I just think Green Bay is ready to move forward with Jordan Love as their quarterback. And if Rodgers is taking these meetings, doing all these different things, it seems to me that he wants to keep playing. And so that's a direct line to me on the Jets, Aaron Rodgers. And then we could have the great debate that seemed to happen on Twitter of who's the second best quarterback in the AFC East.
Yeah, we could. Although I think the guy that plays here had a better year than him last year.
He did. You can't argue that. You can argue about the long-term career. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers got more skins on the wall, more cracks.
Obviously, yeah.
But last year, if you look at the stat lines, it seemed pretty clear it was Tua had a better year. But we'll see. I mean, it would make that AFC East a lot more fun. It would make it really tighter. It was pretty clear. Bills were number one. The Dolphins, when healthy, were number two, and then it was the Jets and Patriots 3 and 4. The Jets would try to close that gap between the Bills and the Dolphins. Obviously, getting a guy like Aaron Rodgers to go with that defense.
All right, let me set you up for failure. You like that? All right, ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Who will succeed and who will fail, or will both succeed or will both fail? Jordan Love and Trey Lance. Yeah, baby.
Okay, so I'm not going to give you a on the fence answer here. I'm going to give you.
No, I don't want no fence. I want you to fail.
So Jordan Love
go somewhere.
So Jordan Love will succeed. Trey Lance will fail.
Woo!
I give you. I gave you straight. That's what I feel.
I love it. But why?
So here's a situation I'd see. Jordan Love has been watching Aaron Rodgers for the last 3 years. Everything I hear about him is he's not Rodgers, but he's improved dramatically. And the way I've seen glimpses of Jordan Love has been better than anything I've seen from Trey Lance in his short time. Now, Trey Lance is younger and he hasn't had as much reps. But it seems to me that every time the 49ers have an opportunity to talk about Trey Lance, it's very subdued. It's like, well, we just need to see more. We don't know. And when I hear the Packers, they are so adamant that Jordan Love is ready. He's going to be our guy. And I think there's something about that. I do think the 49ers will have some sort of competition between Brock Purdy and Trey Lance and camp. And Brock Purdy's coming off the elbow injury. If Trey Lance can't win that battle, that's going to say a lot about where he is as a quarterback. And I just think that Jordan Love, you put him around the right pieces. you get that running game intact with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, you're going to see him succeed in that Matt LaFleur offense. I've seen some tape of him in preseason. I've seen some tape with him in Philly. I think that I'm not saying he's going to be Aaron Rodgers, but I think that he's going to be the quarterback that has the best chance to be the long-term starter with their team compared to Trey Lance.
Okay. All right. Does Lamar Jackson get his contract?
No, I think that Lamar Jackson returns to the Baltimore Ravens. He does not get a contract with another team. I think eventually he's gonna make this shopping and talking and do whatever he does. And I think that eventually he realizes whatever his value is, whatever the Ravens is, they come to some agreement. And some point in the next 2 or 3 months, you hear Lamar Jackson and the Ravens have an extension. They kiss and make up, and they act like they like each other the whole time, which wasn't the case.
Did you hear Emmanuel Acho? He made a great point that what's tougher also in Lamar is that everybody knows you're not getting Lamar. So teams are going to go, why the hell am I going to even negotiate with the guy? Why am I going to do the Ravens work for them? At no point the Ravens have said, oh no, we're trading him, we're moving on from. They've always said they wanted him. So that's also probably why a lot of teams have said, I'm out. Why? Because why am I going to waste my time talking to you? I'm not going to end up with you. And he was right about, with Watson, you knew you were getting him. Yes. If you won the bidding war, you knew you were going to get him. Here, you can't win the bidding war because the Ravens will match it. And this isn't one of those poison pill type of things. You can't do that in the NFL. So Acho is right. It's ridiculous for any team to even negotiate with Lamar because you have no shot at signing him.
Right. So that's a part of it, obviously. The other element that people aren't talking about is you essentially tie up your cap space if you do make an offer sheet for 5 days. The way the NFL offer sheets work, you put up a contract, you have to have that cap space and the ability to sign that contract for 5 days. And so that takes you pretty much all the way out of free agency. And so if the Ravens, being the petty team that I imagine they are probably going to know within 10 minutes if they're going to match the contract. But they will milk that 5 days because you had the nerve to sign their quarterback to an offer sheet. Why not? And so you get screwed in the own elk, like you said, along with the fact that you probably don't feel like you're going to get them. And at the same time, I took this on GMFB. It feels like the Ravens and Lamar have badly needed couples therapy because he has a perception of his value and they have a perception of his value, and they want to talk to him more. They say he's not communicating. He had issues with how they talk to him in certain elements, the injury front. You hear receivers talking on social media to the GM, all kinds of ways. There's a lot of drama there. And so this period gives him a chance to have other teams mediate their issues essentially and say, hey, this is what we think you're worth. He comes back to the Ravens. This is what they think we're worth. The Ravens say, yeah, I agree, or no, I do not agree. And you're either continue your marriage or you're divorced. It's very simple. After 2 years of just bickering and, giving people the cold shoulder, not giving people the cold shoulder, we're going to get a resolution. And so I think everybody is going to be excited that the end of this, dispute is coming to an end.
All right. Follow him on Twitter at Cameron Wolfe. Catch his work there at the NFL Network. Cam, as always, appreciate your time, my man. We'll catch up next week. Have a fantastic weekend and a great broadcast there at 1 o'clock on the NFL Network. You'll be live on the NFL Network at 1, right?
Yes, sir. Are you still on at 1? I was about to say I'm going to invite the viewers to come on and watch, but I don't want to take them away from your program.
No, we get off right at 1. We're going to be
perfect. And turn on NFL Network.
But it's all on demand anyways, bro.
Turn on NFL Network 1 o'clock and talk some ball. Right. I'm on all shows, so I'm talking like 4 or 5 different teams, including the Dolphins. So
there you go. Support our guy Cam there at NFL Network at 1 o'clock. Cam, as always, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you.
Sounds good. All right, man.
Got it. There you go. Appreciate it. It's funny, and of course we have unleashed the Wolf Pack in our KSDT CPA. Hey, we're in tax season coming up here. Business taxes, personal taxes. We got offices in Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. Going to open one up in North Carolina coming up. Call the great people at KSDT CPAs. They will take care of you. They are amazing. They can help your business grow from payroll, all kinds of accounting issues, healthcare, you name it. They can help you in every which way possible that you can think. If you're selling your business, if you're trying to plan ahead and trying to, kind of forecast what's going to go on, they can help you in so many ways so your business can grow to its maximum potential. Reach out to the great people at KSDT CPAs. They know how to get it done.
This